Here we have the current stock market update for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comment section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So what we're looking at here is the hourly time frame. Each candle on this price chart represents a 1 hour trading period. And we're actually going to move a bit closer into this price chart because what we're going to start to do here is look for evidence of a bottom in this stock. So we are seeing a little bit of price movement here to the top side. It's hard to see. This is a common time frame. It's not a short-term time frame. And as you can see here, this upward price movement might sort of look encouraging if you look at your trading balance, the balance in your trading account. But if we're looking at just the price chart itself, it's almost non-existent. It's very difficult to see. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to zoom in a bit and look at this near-term price structure here a bit more closely. But first, what I wanted to sort of show was that recently share prices, this small upward price movement has now finally broken above this 20-hour exponential moving average. I have to show that on this time frame because if I move down now to the 5-minute price chart, that would be a different exponential moving average. So we can see here that we have slightly broken above this area. So that is a positive signal on its own. We will sort of drill down into this in a moment. And then in addition to that, we also have this bit of a base that could be forming right around 505. So first, just keep in mind that we have now broken above that 20-hour exponential moving average. And if we are able to sort of move into this EMA cluster here on the hourly time frame, that would start to open up the possibility that what we're starting to see here is more of a sideways consolidation rather than this major decline that we've been seeing recently. So with that said, I will then move into these shorter term timeframes here. So first, we're looking at the 15-minute price chart, and we will be revising these price levels here as well. So, to the downside, what we're starting to see is the development of a double bottom support zone. We'll sort of make this a bit larger here. So what we're starting to see here is the development of a double bottom support zone. This has been tested now on 2 occasions. We did see a low of 505 initially, and then a low of 506. So for me, that's close enough, and we will call this 505. So we now have a double bottom support zone at 505. We almost tested there again, but then we did see a bit of a bounce here during today's trading session. So to the top side, this prior range top that we were seeing was right around 525. We have now broken above there, as you can see. So we're sort of oscillating around here at the moment. You'd like to see a little bit more upside movement than this, not really this downside decline here. But I won't, people seem to think that I'm biased in the negative direction here. So I will focus on the positives here for a moment. And I will agree that this upside break of resistance here is a positive development. That does sort of help the stock break out of its prior range. So, currently what we're dealing with is a resistance zone that comes in at $5.35. So we'll mark that in here. Okay, so really for the moment, this is kind of defining our range here. What we can see is 535 to the top and 505 to the bottom. So it's a very tight range. There's not much distance here. And there will be this will be kind of critical in my view. The direction of this break here is probably going to tell us where share prices are headed next. This will probably give us the next direction of the trend because if we do break below this $5 level, that starts to change the psychological picture a bit. It also will probably change, short selling positions as well as options trading positions that are focusing on this stock. I mean, if we see breaks below $5, that really does have the potential to change sentiment, and it would then signal that a very major top is then in place at that 770 level that we were watching previously. However, in the other direction, if we look at the potential for an upside price movement here, we do need to see a break of 535, and then we can start to, sort of target, a full retracement back above 550. And then if all of this does occur, this would then suggest that you've got a very major bottom now right around 505. So, there are a couple of dueling scenarios here. And I do actually think that even though these price movements are somewhat small, I do think that this is what's probably going to give us the evidence that we need in order to be able to make a real determination about where share prices are headed next. As I said, a break below $5 is going to be a very significant event here, and it will suggest that share prices are in for a more prolonged period of weakness. So, just quickly, we will sort of move back out to that hourly time frame, just because I do want to take a look at the indicator reading as well. I think we forgot to do that. So, at the moment, another positive signal here is the break of this momentum condition that was focused on the downside direction. That was a very steep slope on that momentum reading, so it really wasn't very difficult to break it. We did see share prices move into oversold territory. The indicator reading broke above its own exponential moving average and then moved out of oversold territory. We broke above that trend line and then retested it from the top with another bounce. So this is a bullish structure here. This is a bullish series of events that does support the outlook here. So we could be looking at a bounce at the moment. I mean, it's possible. We're coming right in at that 505 level, and that's close enough to the $5 level to give that region some significance. So this was the area that we've been watching to the downside. This does not mean that it's going to hold forever. This really is going to depend on the type of bounce that we see here. And if we do see sort of a weak bounce, I think that it's more likely that you'll see this negative momentum condition start to take over once again, because even though we did break above this shorter term bearish momentum trend line here, we still have another one in place. That's longer term, and it will be more difficult to break this. We really would need to see share prices move into overbought territory once again in order for that level to break. So that would require a fairly substantial price movement. I would suspect that it's probably going to need to be above 550 in order to see that actually occur. In my view, this is probably the major barrier here to unlock the top side. Let's put it that way. Because I think that if you do see a break of this trend line here, I think that then would in many ways solidify that 505 support zone as being critically important. So here's the current stock market update for NIO, stock ticker NIO. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.